So a couple of years ago or so, I got an email from my wife. Most of the cool stuff I find comes from her anyways. And she emailed me about this organization called Trees for the Future. And I saw it and I was like, wow, this is really, really cool. Trees for the Future is an organization that is very simple. They plant trees around the world. In fact, for every dollar that you donate to them, they'll plant 10 trees. And it's not just the environmental ramifications of that, but you actually pay people to plant those trees. So you can create businesses and livelihoods for people all over the world where they don't have the same advantages that we have here in this country. And so I knew that this was an organization, a philanthropic organization that I wanted to be a part of. And so when we launched Yoli, it was a perfect opportunity to get behind this organization. Unfortunately, they loved what we were doing, and so much, in fact, that their founder, Mr. Dave Deppner, who's an amazing human being, actually came to our first annual convention and spoke. In fact, in our first year, because of our distributors and their hard work, we were able to donate enough funds to plant 100,000 trees. And so having him there at our first convention and my wife and I introducing him, I have to say, is one of the highlights of my life so far.
I learned through Trees for the Future there was an area of land that they were working on, and it used to be a forest, but it had been completely cut down and devastated over 100 years earlier. There was just a thick layer of dead brush as far as the eye could see. Well, they went in and they cleared the brush and planted some new seeds and began to nurture the land. To their amazement, after a few years, plants started growing they had never seen in the area before. You see, after they planted the new trees, within the soil, various seeds had laid dormant for years and they began to grow again. I thought, wow, this is like so many people's dreams. If we can just clear off the dead brush and nurture some new seeds of hope, those hidden dreams will come alive and we can give more back to the world.
When I was a teenager, I liked to sit down and watch those Discovery Channel programs with my dad. And sometimes we'd watch stories about people who were making a difference in the world, like a church organization feeding the hungry or supplying them with hygiene kits, maybe a young boy from Canada who was raising money to dig wells in Africa, or a plastic surgeon who was volunteering his time to fix cleft palates and facial deformities for people who couldn't afford it in third world countries. Well, I was amazed at all these stories, and I realized at that time that I wanted to be involved with that type of work. I knew I wanted to be a part of humanitarian causes, and that's what really got me. I was so excited to bring that aspect to Yoli and to be a part of that. I truly feel that that's one of my major missions here at Yoli, is to participate in humanitarian causes, to make a difference in the world, to give back. And the thing about Yoli, though, is it's not just the company giving money to these causes. It's about getting involved with these causes, and it's about teaching our distributors how they can participate and feel a part of that.